Live from the KATV River Market Studio in downtown Little Rock, this is Channel 7 Good Afternoon Arkansas with Alicia Dover and Barry Brandt.
We've all seen them at least once. Parents who get so riled up at their child's game and make a scene, and it kind of can ruin it for everybody.
That's right. Dr. Charles Chamblee, director of Baptist Health Behavioral Clinic, joins us now to share what you can do to not be that parent. There's a lot of those parents out there, isn't there?
Absolutely, and whether you're talking about being a soccer parent and a volleyball parent, or whether it's a parent of somebody who's involved in individual sports like you did, there's always that parent out there, that person who seems to take it a little too seriously and maybe go just a little bit too far.
And you're a parent of athletes, so and in the kind of the adrenaline of the team sports, sometimes you can get really drawn into it, though, can't you?
Absolutely. We've all been at those games where somebody has done something, and you turn and look at that person and go, golly, are they going to embarrass us or that team or any way that way? And so how do you handle those things are some of the tough things that we all face. And in those situations, I think some of the things we can remember to not be that guy is to try to encourage your children twice as much as you say anything critical of anybody that's involved, be it the referees, be it the coaches, be it the athletes. If we can start off with that mindset, it goes a long way.
Right. Now, if we've played those sports, for instance, gymnastics, I feel like I might know how to correct a child on gymnastics, or, hey, you're doing this wrong or something wrong. Should you step in and say that?
Not at the point in time of the athletic event taking place. And that's a very important thing for parents. When a child steps onto the field, the coaching time's over. And it's time for them to be able to be involved in the game. And anytime we as parents may think we're being helpful by giving that comment, really what we're doing is we're distracting our children. And so allow the coaches at that point to be involved in that and just be as supportive as you possibly can.
Yeah, but you have to go into it with that mindset. Like, I am not going to say anything critical, no matter what I think during the game.
Yeah, and you just gave the magic perspective, and I think that's the one thing that can make a huge difference, is if people will remember expectations and go into it with the expectation of being encouraging. And mostly in our child's developmental sports days, these are things for them to enjoy. They're not all going out to be professional athletes. Now, when they get to the college and the professional realms, those guys have a whole different ability to handle the things going on. But for our kids, just encourage them, be supportive. Again, try to say twice as many things encouraging as you would anything critical.
Now,
yeah, that's great advice.
One question I have, what should you do if you are in a crowd and you hear a parent doing something? Do you step in and intervene in that situation?
I would suggest not to at that point, because it generally leads to a conflict, kind of like what we're seeing here. Those kind of events can take place. The best thing you can do at that point is to separate yourself and the individual. If you can walk away, and if that person feels isolated, they're more likely to stop that behavior or at least not intervene in anybody else's enjoyment of the experiment.
I think that's brilliant advice right there. It's like going to separate corners in a boxing match. Get away from the offending party.
Yeah, and if you do find yourself involved in that situation, encourage the person to just take a walk, or if they won't, then you take a walk.
All right. All good advice. Thank you so much for being here, and you're going to be here several more times, hopefully with some great advice for us, and especially for parents.
Yeah,
I'll do my
sounds
best.
good. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks.